Yo, it's your boy R.X.PAPIII. Today we're just kicking it, playing Rocket League. And while we do that, I need to talk about something that's pissing me off for a while. I fucking hate my RX-8. And yes, before anyone says anything, yes, I love the car. That's the fucking problem, because owning an RX-8 is like being in a relationship with somebody who's insanely attractive, hilarious, fun to be around, and absolutely terrible for your mental health. Every time the car is running right, I'm like, yeah, this is why I bought this thing. Then 3 days later, I'm underneath it staring at some new fluid on the floor like, what the fuck is that? And here's the thing, I fucking knew. Nobody accidentally buys an RX-8. You don't walk into ownership thinking, wow, I wonder if these are reliable. Everybody tells you, every YouTube video tells you, every forum tells you, every RX-8 owner tells you, rotary, compression, oil, flooding, apex seals, premix, rebuild. You hear the same shit so much that you start thinking, okay, people are exaggerating. They're not exaggerating. If anything, they weren't dramatic enough. I bought this car knowing full well what I was getting into, which means every time something goes wrong, I can't even blame Mazda. Mazda warned me. The internet warned me. God probably tried to warn me, and I still bought it. That's on me. And this is why I can't get rid of it. Because when an RX-8 is working properly, it's fucking good. The steering is amazing, the chassis is valid, and the car feels light. I lowered it so you really do sit low, rear wheel drive, the shifter feels good, and then you have that rotary screaming in front of you. That's no normal 4-cylinder feeling. No big lazy V6 torque. You have to rev the absolute shit out of it, and that's what makes it fun. You don't just step on the gas at 2,000 RPM and disappear. Nothing happens. The car basically looks like, what are you doing? You asking for more power? You gotta rev it. You gotta work for it. And when you get into higher RPMs, that's when the car starts feeling alive. That's why I love it. It's not fast. Let's establish that immediately. My RX-8 is not fast. I don't want anybody clipping this video like, RX-8 owner thinks his car is fast. Nobody's gonna watch it. But no, a modern Camry will probably hurt my feelings. Some random mom in a fucking Odyssey once again could erase me from existence. That's not why I bought it. I bought it because it's fun. People always say it's more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow. The RX-8 is that philosophy taken to the extreme, because you're flooring it everywhere and you still basically doing the speed limit when you hit red line. Shift, hit red line again. And the dude in the Ultimate next to you is casually checking Instagram. But you're having the time of your fucking life. That's what matters. And honestly, that's probably why I like the 330 more than the 340i. When I drove them, the M340 was so fast and so competent that I felt like I couldn't really interact with it at normal speeds. The RX-8, you have to interact with it just to merge on the freeway. That's involvement. Driving an RX-8 and owning an RX-8 are two completely different types of experiences. Driving it, fantastic. Owning it, psychological warfare, bro. You hear one slightly different noise and immediately, what was that? Normal car owners hear weird noise. I should probably check that out eventually. RX-8 owner, there's a weird noise. Is my engine dead? Every single noise becomes a diagnosis. Ticking, engine. Rattle, engine. Squeaking in the backseat, somehow engine. Your phone vibrating in your pocket and you're like, what was that, the fucking rotary? You become paranoid. The problem with these cars, dude, is ignition and spark and apex seals and starvation of oil. It's you never know what can hit you at any time. Back to what I said a second ago. Then there's the oil. Normal people check their oil every once in a while. RX-8 owners treat the dipstick like a medical device. You're checking that shit consistently. Gas station, you gotta check the oil. Got home, you gotta check the oil. Going to work, you gotta check the oil. The weather changed, you gotta check the oil. The car just sitting there looking at you funny, you gotta check the oil. And people who don't understand rotaries will be like, why is it using oil? Your engine must be broken. No, that's the design. The engine literally consumes oil. Mazda looked at every other manufacturer and said, you know what would be sick? If the engine ate a little bit of itself as part of normal operation. And everyone signed off on it. Beautiful. Then you get into premixing. Some RX-8 owners premix, some don't. Then you go online and ask, should I premix? Worst fucking mistake of your life. Because now you started a civil war. One guy says, premix every tank. Another guy says premix is unnecessary. Another guy says you need exactly 0.47 ounces per gallon. Some dude with an anime profile picture writes a fucking 4,000 word explanation about oil injection, and somehow you're more confused than before. I personally recommend I do 120 milliliters per full tank. Can we also talk about fuel economy? Because this car is making the power of a four-cylinder with the fuel economy of something way fucking bigger. How how am I making this much gas into a car that isn't even fast? Where's the energy going? Is it being directly converted into noise, bro? Because that's the only explanation. You fill the tank, drive around, look down, half a tank. What did I do? I went to Target, and somehow the RX-8 is drinking fuel like it's making 500 horsepower. At least if you own a Hellcat and get terrible gas mileage, you understand. You press the gas and the earth slightly rotate faster. That's fine. That's a fair trade. My RX-8 is drinking like that just to make 200 something horsepower. It's a robbery. Then you learn about compression, and suddenly starting your car isn't starting your car anymore. It's a health examination. Cold start, cool. But what about a hot start? You drive the car, get it fully warm, turn off, wait, and then start it again. And if it takes half a second longer than usual, your heart drops, bro. It's happened to me when I was at the gas station. I'm like, that was slow. You start timing it mentally. That felt like 2 seconds. You watch 50 RX-8 startup videos online. You're comparing starter motor sounds like you're a fucking forensic investigator. His sounded a little faster. Next thing you know, you're searching RX-8 low compression symptoms at 2:30 in the morning. You have work tomorrow and you're reading a forum post from 2009 written by somebody named Rotary King 420. This car destroys your peace. Getting a compression test on an RX-8 is basically getting an STD test after making a terrible decision. You already know you took the risk, now you're waiting for the numbers. And you're hoping the person giving you the result doesn't make a concerned face. Because that's the worst part. You don't want, never, Just give me the fucking numbers, bro. If you own an RX-8 and somebody says compression is a little low, your bank account immediately starts sweating because now you're thinking rebuild, replacement motor, used motor, sell the car, fake your own death. There's no good options. What I notice is that every time I complain about the rotary, somebody says, just LS swap it, bro. Bro, if I wanted an LS, I would have bought something with an LS. The rotary is part of the reason why the RX-8 is interesting. I understand the swap. An LS RX-8 would probably be fucking awesome. Reliable power, torque, rear-wheel drive, great chassis, cool. But it's not the same experience anymore. The whole point of the RX-8 is that the weird little triangle machine screaming to 9,000 RPM. And that's exactly why this car has me trapped. The thing causes most of the headache. It's also the thing that makes the car special. Remove the problem, you remove part of what I love, and that's toxic. Then the Honda guys show up. Bro, just K-swap it. Of course, you Honda people would K-swap a microwave if the mounts lined up. And honestly, I do respect it. But again, that's a different car. If I ever do swap mine, I want it to be because the rotary has completely broken my spirit, not because Reddit told me to. And I need to talk about RX-8 owners because we're part of the problem. Every RX-8 owner becomes a Mazda defense attorney. Someone says RX-8s are unreliable, immediately. Actually, if you properly maintain the ignition system, monitor compression, upgrade the starter, let the engine warm up, avoid short trips, check oil consistently, premix. Fuck, bro, I can't even read my script that fast. Perform an Italian tune-up every 7 minutes, sacrifice a goat. Bro, listen to yourself. You just proved their point. If I have to give someone an instruction manual before they borrow my car, the car might be a little needy. A normal person buys a Civic, changes the oil, drives it. That's basically it. RX-8 ownership comes with lore. And then flooding. I love explaining this to normal people. So basically, don't turn the car on and then turn it off immediately when it's cold. What happens? It might not start again. And they look at you like you bought the dumbest vehicle ever created. Because that's insane. When you say it out loud, imagine explaining that about any normal appliance. Hey, don't turn off the refrigerator too soon, or you'll need a special procedure to restart it. You throw the refrigerator away. But with the RX-8, you're like, yeah, that's just a rotary thing. We normalized abuse. Rotary owners have their own entire vocabulary That normal people just don't understand. Apex seals, side seals, corner seals, premix, OMP, hot start, compression numbers corrected for cranking speed. By the way, if you guys don't know what an oil OMP is, it's an oil metering pump. It takes oil from the crankcase and puts it in the actual housings. Anyways, you start talking to another RX-8 owner, and it sounds like you're discussing an aircraft maintenance. Meanwhile, somebody with a Corolla is like, I changed my oil 6 months ago. I envy that person. Imagine having that kind of peace. I honestly just bought it a daily as well, so like I had a daily before, so. This is the question I just stuck on. Would I recommend an RX-8? Yes. And absolutely fucking no. If you're a normal person asking me, hey, I need a reliable lady, should I buy an RX-8? No, run, go buy a Civic, go buy a Miata, shit, go buy a BRZ. Buy literally anything where the phrase compression test isn't the first thing owners ask about. But if you're a car person, you understand what you're getting into. You have another way to get to work and you're a little bit mentally ill? Yeah, buy one. Because for the money, there isn't much else like it. And I think that's why people keep putting up with them. People always say, why not just buy a BRZ or 86? And honestly, that's probably the rational choice. It has a similar philosophy, rear-wheel drive, lightweight, manual, and a good chassis. And it definitely has a more conventional engine. Way easier to explain to your family, but an RX-8 feels weirder, you know? And weird is valuable. Every company can make another piston engine. Not many can have a rotary. You start an RX-8 and immediately there's something different happening. And I like that, even while complaining about it. I've honestly been debating on selling my RX-8 for a BRZ or an 86, but I really just cannot drive another car that doesn't rev as high. Also, the sound. Rotaries just sound fucking cool, bro. Especially when they're actually revving high. They don't sound like normal engines. It's smooth, it screams. And because you have to rev it, you're constantly hearing it. Which also means everybody around you thinks you're trying to race. I'm not racing you, I just need 7,000 RPM to reach 45 miles per hour. Please, leave me alone. The other thing about owning an unreliable or at least questionable car is that every good drive feels more important. When everything is running good, temperature is good, idle is smooth, oil pressure is fine, nothing leaking, no weird noises, you really do appreciate it. You park the car and look back at it, not because it's beautiful, but because you're amazed it made it. I'm kidding. Mostly. But seriously, there's something about having a car with flaws that makes you more attached to it. You know the little noises, you know how it starts, you know when you can't pass emissions, which is fucked, you know when something feels slightly off, it becomes your car. And this connects back to something I've said before. Modern cars are getting too perfect. Everything works, everything is fast, everything is quiet, everything is easy, and objectively, that's better. But perfect cars don't always give you stories. The RX-8 gives you stories whether you fucking want them or not. You remember the first time it wouldn't start. You remember the first weird noise. You remember fixing something yourself. You remember taking it out and you've been working on it and realizing, oh shit, I actually fixed it. That feeling is hard to explain if you've never owned a project car. It's annoying, it's expensive, it wastes your time, and then the first drive after you fix it makes you forget everything until the next issue. And let me say this right now, I don't view my RX-8 as an investment. I hate when people do this with enthusiast cars. Bro, they're going up in value. I don't care. I bought it to drive it. If it becomes worth more later, that's cool. But I'm not keeping mileage off an RX-8 because Bring a Trailer gives a fucking 2040. I'm gonna drive it, I'm gonna rev it, and I'm gonna enjoy it. If the engine eventually says that's enough, then we'll deal with it. That's future R.X.PAPIII's problem. As a matter of fact, fuck that guy. I'm not premixing anymore. And that's the dangerous question. Because every time the RX-8 pisses me off, I start looking at other cars. Maybe I'll sell it, get something reliable, something faster, and something newer. And then I start scrolling. I'm looking at BRZs, Miatas, 350Zs, BMW, whatever. Then I look outside at the RX-8 and I'm like, fuck. because I still like it. Scratch like it because I still love it. That's how the car gets you. It's just good enough that you don't want to sell it. And annoying enough, you constantly think about selling it. Perfect balance. Mazda engineered the chassis and the emotional manipulation. It's like, imagine the girl that you liked for the past 5 years. You make it happen, and then the baddest bitch in the world hits you up. She's trying to get with you. And if Mazda made another rotary sports car, would I buy one? Probably, but probably not because I'm broke. Which proves that I learned nothing. Mazda could announce an RX-9 tomorrow, rotary hybrid, rear-wheel drive, manual, a beautiful body. And I'd be sitting there like, take my fucking money. Even though I just spent this entire video explaining why the RX-8 makes me miserable, that's the rotary disease. Once you like these things, you're fucked. And after all the shit I've talked, here's the truth. I don't actually hate my RX-8. I hate what owning it does to me. I hate checking the oil constantly. I hate worrying about compression. I hate every mysterious noise. I hate terrible fuel economy. I hate opening my phone and searching RX-8 symptoms like I'm fucking WebMDing my own car. But I love driving it. And unfortunately, that's enough. Because every time I start thinking this thing isn't worth it, I get on a good road, downshift, rev it out, car feels perfect, and immediately all is forgiven. That's my problem. So yeah, I fucking hate my RX-8, and I'll probably own it for way longer than I should. If you own one, let me know what yours has put you through. And if you're thinking about buying one, don't let this video stop you, but also don't come back in 6 months blaming me. I warned you. Everybody warned you. That's how RX-8 ownership works. And if Mazda ever makes another rotary sports car, I'll probably buy that too and repeat the exact same fucking mistakes. Anyways, this has been your boy R.X.PAPIII. Hopefully by the end of this video, we'll start playing UFC for the future and get to Division 13. And hopefully by the end of this week, my RX-8 fucking passes emissions. At this point, both are equally questionable. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.